Oasis Hospice is an agency that provides care in the patient's home.
Oasis Hospice started 10 years ago. We started in Chicago. 5 years ago, we moved to Mokina, and now we're in Flossmoor.
Hospice is important because we have individuals that are dealing with life-limiting illnesses, and they deserve to be cared for. The family dynamics are very important in the hospice process. Hospice cannot be provided where there is not a primary caregiver.
I think that hospice care isn't just for the patient. Obviously, they're the main focus for us, but we deal a lot and provide a lot of support for the family at home.
Our goal at Oasis Hospice is to be a support not only to the patient, but also to the caregiver.
Because they're the ones that are in the home. We are supplemental care to the primary caregivers. So having family and primary caregivers in the home, it can be a lot.
My name is Terry Winfrey, and I came into the hospice conversation because I'm a caregiver for my father. The whole team together is amazing how they communicate with us. I feel completely comfortable that in an emergency situation, if Dad's in extreme pain, if there's a problem, they are available 24/7.
So I'm actually one of the initial contacts for the patients or for the family members that come in. So I deal with the referral sources directly, and I do that first initial reach out to the family members to give explanation of services and really describe what hospice is and the support that we're able to provide.
Who engages with the patients at the home is, there's a whole entire team that's signed. There's the registered nurse, the licensed practical nurse, and the hospice aide.
When our nurses come into the home, I often at the admission visit get asked, well, what does the nurse do when she comes in? And so my explanation is that the nurse comes in, she does her own assessments, and we'll check our vitals to find our baselines and our changes there, but really zeroes in on anything that needs attention or intervention at any given day that needs to be pointed out to ensure somebody's comfort.
I prepare for a patient in hospice visits. I first of all look at my past notes that I did the previous visits. I check the care plan if it's effective, then I go ahead and call the family and let them know I'm on my way. When I arrive to the home, I greet the patient and the family or the caregiver, and then from there I ask the patient how they are doing, if they're in pain, and then I talk to the caregiver to see if there's any changes, any concern.
The role of the caregiver, the most important role is communication. The communication between that caregiver and the nurse and the team that comes into the home. There's different levels of care. So now Oasis Hospice will be opening up a hospice inpatient level where we will be able to take our patients that's in the home that needs that higher level of care to that inpatient unit to provide that higher level of care.
House of Goshen is very needed in our community. There aren't many standalone, freestanding hospice residences, which House of Goshen is. And so to be able to bring this to the Southland, to our community, is a privilege for us.
House of Goshen in the Chicago Southland is very important to us. We want to make sure the patients are comfortable. That is the main goal, and that is why we wanted to have a place like this to really bring families that need that level of care.
Having House of Goshen open is going to be a new level of care for hospice. So having our individuals and our patients that have symptoms or things that are unmanageable in the home, we're going to have a place directly with us that's going to be able to have people or have our patients come in to be able to provide the support and care that they're needed when things are unmanageable in the home.
House of Goshen sits on a beautiful land in Flossmoor. House of Goshen is a 14-bedroom inpatient hospice care unit that provides symptoms management for patients on hospice. At the heart of House of Goshen, we have the family room, we have the dining room, we have the chapel, and we have the activity room.
We're very excited to have the Memorial Garden at the House of Goshen. We have a waterfall feature And even now, we go there and there's a serenity and tranquility about being in that space. It's a very exciting place for us.
Hospice is a service that's greatly misunderstood. It's a service that's greatly needed for patients that have terminal diagnosis. Hospice is a service that is federally funded. It's no cost to the family. And you receive quality care while you're on the hospice services.